So you got from Friday night's game, no Bryce today, Christian's still in concussion protocols, and Alex still on the outside. There's some numbers missing at the moment.
Yeah, there is, but can't do anything about it. So it's kind of, I guess, business as usual as much as you can. Obviously, those three are a big part of what we do, but it's not as if we can control it. So practice, try to get better, and we'll see who we have on Friday.
Bryce around yesterday?
Yesterday was day off, so I didn't see it, but yeah.
You were in there in the first yesterday.
Yeah, but he wasn't there.
His day off.
Yeah, it was his day off too. Yeah, no, we had day off yesterday, so a few guys came in and shot and Pilates and stuff, but nothing formal.
It's unusual for him to not be around. If he's obviously there's been illness floating around throughout all of society lately, and no one wants anyone near anyone who is sick. Is that a realistic thing for him, or is he in doubt? Do you feel?
No, I mean, again, mate, you know my answer better than anyone. That's above my pay grade. You got to speak to Josh and the medical staff, but I don't think he's in doubt. I would assume. I think he's raring to go. It's just it's one of those things.
So Christian's definitely in doubt, and Alex is definitely in doubt. Though. So numbers-wise, from bigs, it could be a challenge this week. An opportunity for David Burr last week to really stepped up. Like, how important is it for whoever replaces them to see at the moment?
Yeah, it's huge. And you mentioned Dave. Dave had a fantastic week of practice last week. He was great in the game as well. But even before that, he had a great week of practice, and he was great on the practice track today as well. So there's obviously opportunities with potential injuries and guys out, and that's how it's kind of been all year. There's injuries and whatnot, and you just got to keep on playing.
There's obviously never a good time to have a cluster of injuries like this, but is it a blessing in disguise that you can sort of try to get everybody healthy before the playoffs?
Yeah, I guess. There's still a lot of water to go under the bridge. I think we have 8 or 7 games left. Someone help me out here. Something like that. So there's a quarter of the season left. A lot of games and nothing's guaranteed. So exactly, we're not getting too far ahead of ourselves. We're just trying to, we've got 2 big games this weekend and see what happens.
What was John's message out there in the middle then? He had everyone around and giving you guys a good step forward?
Forget, to be honest.
So he's basically saying like you guys have to keep trying to improve despite the fact that you're going well?
That's kind of been his message for the last 2-3 months. I've been pretty public with the media. We've been practicing really well. Jaz's been on that, just trying to, tick those boxes and keep on improving. So nothing's changed in the last 2 months. We're having good hit-outs on the practice track. Guys are engaged, guys want to get better, guys are competing. As long as we can control that, then the games become a bit easier, I think.
So you're not worried that complacency, especially for some of the younger, less experienced players, you see it all sort of going really well at the moment, that's not creeping in?
No, not at all. At the end of the day, everyone's kind of fighting and everyone wants more minutes and stuff like that. So practices are competitive and the juices are flowing, and as I said, practice has been good for the last 2-3 months, I think.
Is that what's driving you? Because getting on opportunity for anyone at the moment on court is hard.
Well, we're professional athletes. This is our job, and everyone likes to compete, and it's fun, and that's why we do this job. So, regardless of the minutes you're getting or what the results are, you should be competing anyway, really.
It's obviously a long point of the season still to go, but who you play now is sort of around in the ladder, and it's so jam-packed for those positions. Does it feel a bit playoff-y like already as everyone's jockeying for those key spots at the top 2, or just even in that sense?
Look, we haven't spoken about it as a group, and I certainly haven't checked the ladder for the last 3 months, so you kind of take a game as it comes, and it doesn't matter where the other team is, it doesn't matter where we are. You've got to take the game on its merits.
Chemistry between Ty and Bryce is at its brilliant best on the weekend, and can you just speak to that a little bit, I guess, about how they formed this partnership and how Ty stepped up to offer that support to free Bryce up?
Look, obviously, to touch on Bryce initially, he's been fantastic. I think I've said it before, he just kind of does Bryce things. But Ty, particularly on the weekend, he can contribute in so many ways. He obviously hit the scoreboard, but defensively he's a big guard, obviously. There's some pretty quick and small guards around this league, particularly kind of in import point position. So he's been great, just kind of staying solid defensively and, as I said, influencing the game in a variety of ways.
With no Christian potentially this weekend, he's been such an immense defensive presence. Where do you look to replace that kind of that size and presence?
I don't think you can't really replace someone. You just kind of got to play on, really. He's unique in terms of his skill set. You mentioned defensively, but offensive as well. He's incredibly agile. He's smart. He's controlled, and can create by himself. So, you know, he's tough to replace. You never kind of really replace a guy like that. You just kind of tweak things, and yeah, everyone's kind of got to step up to the plate, I guess.
4 wins on the trot, speaking the third time before, you said we just don't feel at the moment like we can be beaten. How is the confidence within the group?
Yeah, I didn't really feel that. I just kind of play. But it's good. You know, I think we're playing a good brand of basketball. Obviously getting some results recently. But as I said, I think it all stems from the practice track. We're having really good practices, and as long as we continue doing that, yeah, we'll just keep on plugging away.
Are you the person who deliberately gives it on everything?
No, I'm pretty boring and stable anyway. No, look, you're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as bad. That's reality. So, as I said, there's a long way of the season to go. A lot can change, but yeah, keep plugging away and keep working, and yeah, come playoffs, we'll see what happens.
A great lost line, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Never as good and never as bad.
No, it's certainly true. No, it is certainly true. You can't get too ahead, and yeah, yes, it's one of the most accurate cliches I think that's out there.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate.